guys! So today I have a tutorial using the new Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, which I'm super... No! As I drop it, okay. I am so excited about this. I have wanted this palette since I heard about it, to be honest. Like, if you know me, that you know that I love Jaclyn Hill and I think she's an amazing YouTuber and I look up to her. So I was super excited to hear that she was collabing, and I love Morphe as a brand as well, so I was so excited. I did do a more colorful one. Like, I do not use colorful eyeshadows whatsoever, so this was completely out of my comfort zone for me, but I love how it turned out. I know that a lot of people are using the more colorful ones in here because that's kind of what stands out in this palette, and to be honest, a lot of the shades in this palette are shadows that I've already worked with. I've already done similar tutorials with, if you kind of know what I mean. So I wanted to do something that was completely different for me, so that's what I created today. Also, I did focus only on the eyes because that is kind of the focus of the video. So I didn't do any of my face makeup on camera. If you're curious about anything that I'm wearing on my face, I will have it all listed down below if you want to check that out. So anyways, let's just get right into the video. So I'm starting off by priming. I'm taking the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime. This is my favorite primer, and I'm just going to take it on my finger and blend it onto my eye. Excuse how disgusting my nails look. They just started peeling off yesterday and I did not feel like painting them again. So I am bringing this out a little bit further than I normally do because I am going to be creating more of a sharp line here since I'm not going to be doing eyeliner with this look. This eyeshadow palette doesn't come with like a light cream shade to set the primer, so I'm just going to go in with a pressed powder to do that. I did not receive the little name card with the palette. So I don't actually have the names available, so I'll just show you which shadow I'm using and then I'll put the name on the screen. So first one I'm going to go in with is this one. So that's one layer. You can see it does go on very light and you do have to kind of build this shade up, which I don't really mind. I mean, it is a transition shade. It's supposed to be lighter, but it is a bit of an extra step. I will say that this shade and then the one right beside it, I think this one is Silk Cream and MFEO. They're both very light, so I don't think they would work the best with darker skin tones because even on me being very pale, it still takes building up for it to really show the color because it is so light. So I wouldn't say that these are going to be very good for even like medium to dark skin tones. Next shade I'm going in with is this one right here. Now this one is very pigmented, so start off lightly, and I am just going to be applying this into my crease as well. I really love this eyeshadow. It's a beautiful shade, it's pigmented, and it does blend out really easily. Like I said, I am going to be making this a more sharp line after, so I do want to bring this out a little bit more than I normally would. Next, I'm going to be mixing these two shades right here, and I'm going to be first just patting it onto the outer corner of my eye. You can see how pigmented these go on. Next, I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm going to be taking this on a pencil brush and applying it right into the outer corner. And I'm going to be blending that out. With this one, I'm having a little bit of problem blending it out of my crease. Like, it's very harsh there and it's not really blending, to be honest. So this one seems to be a little bit more difficult. That's about as blended as I'm going to get it. I'm going to apply a little bit more down here though, because I feel like I kind of lost the intensity while blending that. And then I am just going to very lightly go over that. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. So I'm not going to wet this shade. I'm just going to put it on dry so you can really see how pigmented that is. And I'm going to be applying this starting off right in the center of where the matte stopped. And I'm going to be bringing it about that far in. This does have a bit of fallout with it though if you use it dry. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Once again, I've tried this out on the eye and it goes on very pigmented, but I'm going to wet it just to avoid any fallout and also just to intensify it even more. And I'm going to apply it on the blank space. Next, I'm going back in with this shade. I'm going to take it on a very small crease brush and I'm going to apply this directly in the crease just because I want to bring that really intense warm shade back. I'm going to start out in the middle and I am going to bring this all the way to the inner corner of the eye and just kind of do windshield wiper motions. I'm going to go over the edges with a clean brush again. So I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to quickly do my foundation, my concealer, and my powder so that I can finish the eye as well as finish the lower lash line. So I'll be right back. So I have my foundation, concealer, and powder all done. I'm going to now finish the eyes. One thing I want to note is the way that I sharpened out this outer portion is I just took a flat like concealer brush, took some concealer on it, and just kind of carved it out like that. Now, you could also do the tape technique and put the tape on before you start your eyeshadows and it would give you the same effect, but for me personally, I find that it just leaves way too harsh of a line and I never like the way it turns out. So I like this way better. It's not as harsh, but yeah, any way that you want to do it, you can. You don't even have to do this if you didn't want to. You could just leave it in a normal kind of like circular shape. So finishing up the eyes, so I'm going to now start the lower lash line. I'm first going to go in with this shade, and I'm going to start this in the outer corner. I am going to connect it to this line here, so I'm going to start there in the outer corner and just kind of start smudging it away. I'm only going to take this about halfway, but I do want the outer corner to be the most pigmented. I'm then going in with the dark shade. Essentially what I'm going to be doing is the same thing that I did on top. So now I'm going back in with the purple shade and I'm going to put that right in the center. And then I'm going to go in with the blue shade, but I'm also going to be applying this in my inner corners. So I personally want to make that blue a little bit lighter. So I'm going to be taking this shade right here and I'm going to put it first on the inner corner right over top of that blue. And you can see that just kind of lightens it and makes it a little bit almost brighter as well. And I'm going to just keep applying it over the blue. I'm going to take that same shade that we just used and use this as my brow bone highlight. So next I'm going to be doing lashes. I'm going to go in with the Kiss Lashes in Flirty. So while the glue is drying, I'm going to just put on a coat of mascara. I'm also going to line my top and bottom lash line with my Maybelline gel liner. Next, I'm going to go in with my NYC liquid liner, and I'm going to create a bit of more of like a cat eye effect in the inner corner. Nothing major, but I just want a little bit. I'm using this instead of my gel liner though, just because my gel liner does smudge a bit when it's in the inner corner. Now, last step for the eyes is mascara. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise and apply this on my bottom lashes. So there is the eye look done. I'm going to quickly finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll be back to show you guys the complete look. So here's a close-up of the final look. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, then also don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.